maybe. Yeah. Welcome to season 2, episode 6 of the Keeping It Real podcast, you guys. This is our Black History edition. Yes, you guys heard it right, Black History edition. Our title is I Am Black History with our special guest, Arielle McKinney. But before we get into introducing, I want to just say, make sure you guys go support our Black leaders, strong Black leaders, and also Black-owned businesses. As you guys see, we have been shouting them out on our Facebook and our Instagram. Just trying to do our best as we can to try to get as many out as we can. It's not an easy thing to do. We want to just promote everybody. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's get those likes up because, like I said, we have a special guest today. Also, don't forget to smash that subscribe button because, like I said, we have so many great guests this season. Like I said, this is episode 6, but we have so many great episodes coming this season. So make sure you guys go hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to join our Patreon. We have exclusive content for only Patreon members only. Monday Motivation is every Monday, and also you guys get the privilege to watch our episodes live on our YouTube and our Facebook, and you get to interact with some of our guests. So make sure you guys go join that and check that out. You guys, without further ado, we have a special guest. We have Black entrepreneur. We have spoken word poetry artist. We have strong Black leader. Like, I can go on for days with all the things that she has, all the credentials she has. But we want to welcome to the show Arielle McKinney. I think I messed it up, my fault.
That's okay. That's okay. It's Arielle, but that's okay.
Arielle, yep. All right.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, you guys. We actually had her scheduled later in the season. Like I said, probably like in May or April. And we sat down and we thought, we gotta move up. We gotta move up to Black History Month because, like I said, watching the news and being on social media, there's not a lot of people promoting Black history. We get this. Black history is the shortest month out of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We get 28 days to celebrate Black history.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Why do we get the shortest day of the year, shortest month of the year?
Course.
The shortest what? Like, there's all these other months for 30 days and 29 and 31. But they said, okay, let's make Black history in February.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, we decided to have a Black entrepreneur on for this episode. So we are so glad to have her with us today.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, so we decided to point out her because she has actually been a great influence to the community, not just the city of Akron, but all over the world, by using Facebook, by using Instagram, by using TikTok, by using all these different things. She's using her gift to inspire so many people. What age did you start poetry?
I know I was definitely in middle school. I'll probably say like around 12 to 13, that age, those middle school diary journals that you have. So my little poems, I used to just rhyme every line. So yeah, it's like when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, like middle school was probably when I first, picked up a pen and started to jot my thoughts down.
Just thought you was just writing them down,
I didn't consider myself like doing poetry at that time. I was just like writing things that were poems, but I never, it was always just my personal like notebook or whatever. So I never considered myself to be doing poetry at that time, but I was.
Yeah, I feel like I said, I remember writing poetry in school. They used to be like, hey, write a poem for Valentine's Day or write a poem for all these other Christmas. And I'm like, I can't even rhyme. I'm just making up random stuff. I'm like, this is not going to work.
But you know what? Like, I will say, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like my mom had an impact on me, like, starting to write because she would write poems like for her friends for their birthday and things, and she would write. So I think I subconsciously like kind of took her gift, and then I think I just, you know, kept it going, you know, till I got older.
So it got passed down through generations.
Exactly.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand is that, you know, poetry, a lot of people that write poetry and do spoken word, there's a story behind every message. There's message. And, you know, people don't just be like, I'm about to write a poem about eating this. It's a message in the spoken word.
Absolutely.
So you have to get the message out of it. And you have so many great spoken word out. You did a few for Black History Month on Instagram. You want to share some of those with not the whole thing, but just a little bit of one of them?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I will do which is my favorite right now, I guess I'll say, and it's called Angry Black Woman. So I wrote this poem because I work in corporate America right now. So just imagine, you know, like the incident around George Floyd, like that tension in the workplace. So a lot of times in the workplace, Black women are called the angry Black woman, but nobody knows why or why we're angry. So I wrote, I'll just do a little bit of it, but the history, because I didn't feel like I could express myself and I felt like nobody understood us. Angry Black woman. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Angry, middle name Black, last name Woman. Yes, meet Angry Black Woman. And if you are already intimidated by the tone in which my voice is, this one's for you. You nitpick the pieces of our culture off a menu like appetizers because you can't stand the heat in our kitchen. You sip our Kool-Aid and think our flavor becomes a part of your DNA. See, this here sugar comes from fields when we were forced to be slaves. So my anger traces back to a time when I was mere property, not treated properly, raped and beaten till master get off of me. I can't breathe. I'll end it right there.
that was, man, that's one of my favorite ones, actually. You know, even though I'm not an angry Black woman, but that message just reminiscent as a, you know, a Black person as well, you know, all the things we had to face, you know, especially, you know, you mentioned the George Floyd situation, and, you know, they're still fighting for justice for that. Like, and we're not, you know, I know the whites are like, okay, when are they going to stop? Okay, when are they going to stop saying Black Lives Matter? When are they going to, you know, give up? When they're going to throw in the towel? But we're not going to give up.
No.
We're going to continue to say Black Lives Matter. We're going to continue to do poetry. We're going to continue to do whatever we got to do.
That's it. Because if we don't speak up, nobody else will. So that's the reason why, like, I normally don't post on Black History Month, but this year I felt like a pool. I was like, no, they think like, oh, the hype has died down. And I'm like, I don't want the hype to die down. Like, this is something that's a real issue. So I definitely appreciate you giving me the opportunity that's my favorite one so far, because I think it's one of the ones that hurt, that sting a little bit, and the ones that sting a little bit usually are effective.
Yes, the ones that are more personal. More personal. And, you know, a lot of people probably don't, like I said, know all about your story. Like I said, you have a story that needs to be shared, and you using spoken word to share that story. And you guys, she's also not just a spoken word artist, she's also a black entrepreneur, Black business owner. That's what I wanted to say. And she decided to start Black Sheep Beauty. But then she didn't just start it just to say, okay, I'm just going to start a business. There's a message behind why she started Black Sheep Beauty. And you want to share with the listeners and the viewers what inspired you to start Black Sheep Beauty?
Absolutely. So Black Sheep Beauty started from poetry, obviously, but it came from a place. I think a lot of us deal with rejection. A lot of us deal with past traumas, things that, you know, would make society like count us out or underestimate us or feel like we're the underdog or make us feel like we're unwanted or unworthy. So I felt like, well, why does that have to be our story? Why can't we redefine the term the black sheep into something positive? Because really, most of the black sheeps are usually the generational curse breakers. They're the strong ones. There's the one who push change and elevate the bar. So we really like, though I cater to women because I'm a black woman, but it's for all women who need a brand to wear. Like you said, it's about telling your story. So we want Black Sheep Beauty. We want to help tell your story. And then with say for example, you see me and you see I have on a Black Sheep Beauty shirt, then you can say, hey, what's that about? What does that mean? Then I can share a piece of my testimony with you, and then my hope is I inspire you to do the same with someone else. So we kind of want it to be a domino effect. But I feel like everybody, men and women, can be the black sheep, but because I'm a woman, I kind of am streamlining the woman's line, but it will expand beyond. But it's just from a place of pain. Honestly, pain into purpose is really what we were trying to do with Black Sheep Beauty. And just everything doesn't have to fit into a pretty little box. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. We're so imperfect, and it's just like God loves us anyway, just how we are, and we all have a purpose inside of us. So I think not enough people know that. So we hope when you wear Black Sheep Beauty, you feel empowered, you feel inspired, and you feel motivated to tap into your own purpose.
Wow, and that's that's great. That kind of goes with our quote that we have for our podcast is a change starts with you. So it's all about you speaking up and being that change, being that light, being what you want to see. Because a lot of times we sit back and we're like, okay, let's wait on somebody else to start that business. Let's wait on somebody else to do this. Let's, especially growing up, you're some people are quiet.
Exactly. That's exactly for the introvert person. It's like everybody doesn't want to go, hey, I'm Ari, nice to meet you. So it's kind of giving you to have a voice without you really speaking. You're able to tell an untold story almost. And then if it does encourage you to do that, great. But if not, you told a whole story just by the outfit you put together, your whole personality, your whole story, your whole swag, like all of that is authentically you without you having to say a word.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. That is great. And I'm glad you're using, you decided to start Black Sheep Beauty, because it's not that many people, not that many businesses out there, especially not in Akron area that's doing something like that.
Right.
I probably don't. There's probably not, but there's definitely not that many that are doing. But I've noticed that a lot of people are starting to do more organizations and more things, especially for Black History Month and for just for Blacks in general, because we don't want to push ourselves. We don't want the whites to push us underneath the rug. It's time for us to take that rug and throw it in the trash and say, hey, I am who I am, and no matter if you like me, you gonna like me.
Exactly.
and that's and people probably like, well, how are you speaking from both perspectives? Myself, and I'm like, I'm a Black person, but I'm also a white person. But I'm also not going to sit and I'm not going to, when I feel like something is wrong, I'm going to speak up. I'm not just going to sit back and say, okay, well, I'm not fully Black, so
right.
I'm not going to speak up. But I've said this before, that when people see me, they see me as a Black person, African American. They don't see the white; they see the Black.
Exactly.
So that's why we're trying to push Black history so to the max. They're gonna get tired of us posting it, but we're gonna push. We're gonna push. We're gonna say Black Lives Matter. We're gonna say Black Pride. We're gonna say whatever we can do. I wanna. Sorry about that. I wanna. If you can tell them, if you want to share some encouragement, some final encouragement words to the listeners and to the viewers, just to kind of, especially during this time that we're in, not just with the pandemic, but also with the world we live in, with the shootings against Blacks.
Absolutely. If I were to say something encouraging, I would say trust yourself, trust the God that you serve, trust the gifts inside of you, and challenge yourself to be better than you were yesterday. I think a lot of times we set these these goals 10 years down the line, but just challenge yourself to be better than you were yesterday. If you can improve, if you can be more, spiritually mature the next day, more like if you can make the smallest improvements, small improvements equal big changes. So I honestly would just say, I don't have anything fancy to say, but I know that's helped me in a lot of trying times and transition, is really trusting the gift inside of me. Because a lot of times people have so much talent and so many gifts, but they don't know, they're scared to move, being scared to fail. You can't fail if you don't try. So I would just say, trust yourself, trust the gifts inside of you. If you're a believer, I definitely say, like, God has been literally all of my strength in this time. And I would just say, yeah, just try to be better than you were yesterday. And as long as you improve from where you were yesterday, you'll be dope.
Wow. And I'm so, I'm coming from a spiritual background too, growing up in the Baptist church. But I'm glad you pointed that out, to put God first.
Absolutely.
Put God, a lot of us, we want to push God to the side. We're like, okay, we don't need God right now. I got this. But you don't got it, because
and believe me, I've tried it. I'm a type of person where, if I'm gonna be transparent, I struggle with anxiety because I'm a hands-on type of person, and because I'm scared to fail, I feel like I gotta plan everything out. But God literally shows me, like, you are nothing without me. Like, everything that you have, the poetry, the words that you say, all of that is because I gifted it to you. So now it's my job to gift it back to him and make it better and say, I multiply what you gave me. And all I want to do is honor you with whatever, with my legacy. That's it. I just want to put a smile on God's face. And honestly, when I start thinking like that and start just saying, I don't have it, like, I can't do this on my own strength, blessings just start, doors start opening. Like, you reached out to me. I was like, me? But it's God. Honestly, it's not even me. I can't, it's not me.
Right. She said it's not me at all.
It's not me.
It's God. It's God. And it's one of my favorite scriptures is Philippians 4:13. Because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Yes.
So if we put our trust in God, then He will just handle the rest. Just gotta put our trust in Him. And I think that's what a lot of us fail at, is that we don't want to trust Him. We don't think He has the power. We want to put our trust in everybody else, man, and everything else. But just put God first.
Absolutely.
God first above any and everything in it. But I want to I stole this. I'm gonna say it. And I'm gonna get yelled at for saying it, but I'm gonna say it. One of my best friends, Devin Clark, he's been on this show before.
I love Devin.
He has the quote that says, "When God is in it, there's no limit." And that is so great. It is so great that that he shared that with me, and I use that all the time. I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I love that. I love that. Tell him I'm gonna steal it too. I love that.
I am, yes, I love Devin. But so, like I said, how can they connect with you? What are the ways they connect?
Yes, absolutely. So if you are on Instagram, my Instagram is Black Sheep Beauty 17. Black Sheep Beauty 17. If you are on Facebook, it is just Black Sheep Beauty. If you want to shop with us, we have some dope things coming out for spring inventory. Like, I'm telling you, it's fire. theblacksheepbeauty.com. And then we're also on YouTube at Black Sheep Beauty as well.
Black Sheep, okay. And then she's also on TikTok. She forgot about TikTok.
I'm a new TikToker, so I am on TikTok. So that's under my personal account, but it's Ari Charisse, ARICHARISSE. I'm a new TikToker. I love it, but I'm trying to get more, comfortable, because the whole TikTok is a new world with the dances and things. So I play on TikTok. I definitely do.
I feel like we have to, in the world we live in, especially with this pandemic we have to find ways to connect with our listeners, to connect with our audience. If it's Facebook, if it's Instagram, if it's Twitter, if it's whatever it is, you gotta get it out there.
Absolutely. 100% agree.
But we want to just make sure you guys go reach out and check out her content on Facebook and on Instagram, and also go shop on her. Go do some shopping. Please. We know Valentine's Day just went away, But it's still Black History Month. Let's support a Black entrepreneur, a Black-owned business.
Yes.
She's not, y'all probably like, well, she's just an actor. No, go onto her website and you guys can do some shopping.
And we ship everywhere. We ship worldwide, internationally, all of that. So wherever you are, I will get some Black Sheep Beauty to you. Please believe me.
She will get it to you anyway.
You heard me.
Make sure you guys go do your shopping. They said we're definitely gonna try to support some way that we can.
Absolutely.
So make sure you guys also go connect with us on our Instagram. We're on Instagram, Keeping It Real Pod C. We're also on Facebook, Keeping It Real. And also make sure you guys go check out our website. We just did some updates on it, the keepingitrealpodcast.com. We are putting some new announcements on there. We have some new merch coming out. We had to switch vendors, but there's always some bumps in the road. But we're working with a new vendor now, and I'll tell you guys, we have some great merch that's coming out that you guys don't want to miss. So make sure you guys go support us on that. Ooh. So we want to just thank you for taking time out today to join us and share some encouraging words with the listeners.
Absolutely. It was my pleasure. I'm so glad to be here.
And you guys, oh my gosh. So guys, make sure you guys tune in next week for another episode of Keeping It Real Podcast. And remember that a change starts with you. Come on, there we go.